This channel is not for kids. Hey guys, thanks for coming back. So I was telling you that I picked up another Blu-ray. This one from Dark Force Entertainment. I have a video on the channel that I was talking to you guys about, a Bigfoot marathon that I went on. And I told you all the films that I was watching. And it's kind of a long list of Bigfoot movies. I didn't know I had that many Bigfoot movies until I decided to do a marathon. Bigfoot / Yeti. It's all rock and roll to me. I think of it as like the same monsters, sort of. So you got like, you know, Abominable Snowman movies and Bigfoot movies. Anyway, I got like a long list. Well, I have a new one to add to that list. And I picked this up from Dark Force Entertainment. I'm talking about 1974's The Beast and the Vixens. Look at this artwork. Come on, man. That's awesome. This movie is exactly what you think it is. It is a guy in a monster costume and softcore pornography. They say, look at the Bigfoot. That's awesome. They say that they could only find so many remaining elements, that the original negative is probably lost forever. So they worked with what they had. Yeah, you can tell that there was like two different cuts of this film that they put together for this. Not quality-wise, but like content-wise. There's some scenes in here where the Bigfoot is grabbing these like, you know, 1970s chicks dressed like go-go dancers, and he's putting them all in his cave. And I'm pretty sure there were some scenes of Bigfoot fucking these women, but they're not in this version. It's they actually never get back to Bigfoot in his cave. They show him adding women to his collection, so at one point he's got like 3 girls in the cave, and then the girls never get rescued, and Bigfoot never does anything with them. I don't know, it feels very disjointed. And I still like it. I mean, there's 1970s naked chicks galore, but it's these 2 girls who are just tired of city life. So they go to the wilderness to unwind. Like, come on, man, we got to get away from all of this artificial life. So they go to mellow out in the woods, and they come across these fucking hippies. It's like 5 or 6 other people, and they're just hanging out, being hippies and partying, and then Bigfoot shows up and goes after the girls. Wackiness ensues. There's an old man hermit that's friends with the Bigfoot, and nothing ever really gets resolved in this movie. Bigfoot doesn't get hurt or shot, or, you know, I don't even know if anybody dies in it. I watched this pretty late last night, but the old man and Bigfoot, they are literally walking down the road together at the end of the movie, so they're still fine. And the 2 chicks, oh no, I take it back, 2 guys do die, but they're the bad guys. Okay, so there's these 2 prisoners who were fresh out of prison, and they buried a bunch of gold in this cabin underneath the floorboards, which so happens to be the cabin that the hippies are partying at. That's what it was. And they would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for you kids and that darn Bigfoot. So the two guys with the guns show up, and they're like, you know, beating up the hippies and tying them up, and, you know, where's our gold? And it turns out that there's this old man who lives in the woods. He's friends with Bigfoot. They're on the same bowling team. And he took the gold, and he has the gold. And I guess he lives with Bigfoot. And whenever Bigfoot goes to the house where the hippies are, and the hippies leave food out on the porch for Bigfoot, he takes one of those gold coins and he leaves it for the hippies, like payment. So the bad guys think the hippies have the gold because they obviously see the pieces that Bigfoot has left behind. Oh, one of the chicks is wearing it around her neck. That's what it was. And they're like, where's the rest of our gold? And the hippies are like, hey, man, we don't know anything about gold. And so they get tied up and beaten up. And Bigfoot comes in and saves the day. And the two bad guys end up getting killed by Bigfoot. Not anything glorious as in Night of the Demon. Nobody gets their dick pulled off or swung around in a sleeping bag and spiked up against a tree. Nothing fun like that, but they do get killed by Bigfoot. But yeah, you can definitely tell there was like a hardcore version of this movie made, and those elements are probably just gone forever now. Because yeah, scenes will build up and you're like, I know what's coming, and then what? There's like nothing. You're like, I thought Bigfoot was gonna fuck that girl, and then just like nothing. But I mean, damn, John, it sounds like you hella want to see Bigfoot fuck those girls. I'm just saying, that's where the movie was headed, and maybe I do want to see that. But yeah, that's where the movie's headed, and then it just makes like an abrupt left-hand turn, and you're doing something different. And you're like, wait, what? So it's inconsistent in the tone. It's a little choppy. But this is drive-in fodder, fun, exploitation movies from the 1970s. It's a guy in a giant monkey suit, a Bigfoot suit, with probably a Dawn Post caveman mask that they doctored up to look more Bigfooty, added some sharp teeth and mussed up his hair. Hey, I'm all for it. Yeah. Bigfoot chasing around a bunch of naked hippie girls. What's not to like? Yeah, those lost elements are probably lost forever, and there never will be like a hardcore version of this, but maybe someday. But I had always heard about this film, but I had never seen it. This is one of those ones that like I said, I had heard about. I've seen people selling bootlegs of this, but at a con that I was at a horror convention, the guy selling bootlegs showed me some of it on his setup that he had, and it was real muddy and murky looking, and I passed on it. I didn't get it. But this looks about as good as this film could ever look. I mean, it's still scratchy and grainy, but I like that look. It feels more Grindhouse. It feels more authentic. It's cleaned up enough so you can see what the hell's going on, but it's, you know, it's not super pristine. But these types of films, I don't want them to be super pristine. Anyway, that is The Beast and the Vixens. It goes by several titles. One of those titles is something like Desperately Seeking Sasquatch. Yeah. One of the chicks in here She's probably the prettiest one in here. She's from Russ Meyer movies. And what's her name? She was in Super Vixens. She's a Swedish girl. I can't find her name right now, but when you see her, you're like, oh yeah, her. Anyway, it's a fun time. It's brain dead. It's fun. It's a drive-in goodness. Anyway, Dark Force Entertainment has them. $22, $24, something like that. They have it in stock right now. If you feel like watching something sleazy with a guy in a monkey suit, you can't go wrong with the Beast and the Vixens. All right, guys, I've got some action figure videos I need to start making, so I will be back soon with those. Take it easy, and happy Halloween.